all the information presented in this video is for educational purposes only. You can use this information for your trading decisions, but you're solely responsible for your decisions. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, June 12th, and we are looking forward for the FOMC, the meeting where we are going to discuss about the future interest rates, whether we're going to cut the interest rates or not. And today morning, we had a CPI numbers coming up. And the CPI numbers, as you see in front of the screen, came out pretty decent compared to what was expected. If you look at this whole chart, if I'm just scrolling down to show you the chart, where we have for this on an annual basis, we have been at 3.3%, which is slightly lower compared to 3.4% on a yearly basis. Okay. And on the monthly basis, we are at the 0.2% compared to 0.3 in April and 0.4 in March. So that's another thing. The another thing that we wanted to consider is the core CPI numbers. When we talk about the CPI, that includes even your energy and the food prices and also the core CPI. The core CPI will have all the other expenses other than the energy and the food. The good news in this report is that the food and the gasoline prices went down. The gasoline prices were significantly down, and the food prices have also slowed down, the rise in the food prices, which are generally used, right? But there are other factors like the housing that have been pretty strong, stubborn, and those have not gone down a lot. But they have still gone down a bit. If you see here, the core CPI is like on an annual basis, it's a 3.4 compared to 3.6. So this includes, but predominantly the rising prices have been the housing and also the insurances and those kind of things. So they have not gone down a lot. So that is why we had only a slight decrease in the core in the CPI. Okay. Now, today the market kind of went up very high with the expectation that the Fed would cut the interest rates based on these CPI numbers. But I think this came as a surprise even to the Fed officials, and they might not. They would set a hockey stone, but they would consider this data a bit, and they may say that they might consider the cutting the interest rates in the future. But I don't think we would be expecting any cut in the rates for this in this meeting. That's what is my guess, but I may be wrong, folks. But let's see. Now, coming back to the charts, the SPY has really took off today from yesterday's, from last week close of 534. It has already reached the 543.95. So where could it go? The first thing is, if I look at the 10-minute chart, it is like consolidating around the 542.47. If the Fed shows a tone saying that they might consider cutting the interest rates in the coming months, we might see this one going and touching the 550 area. So that was somewhere between 548 to 551 area. That could be the target for the SPY in the near future. So that is what I am looking forward for after the Fed meeting at 1 o'clock CST. So we want to see the going further up. So definitely the market is really, really bullish. You see here on the weekly chart, it has formed, it has breakout, and it is going higher. So how high it can go? If the market really gets bullish, it can even go to 500, 567 area or 575 area. Similarly, on the QQQ is also looking very, very bullish. It's at 475 right now. If it really wants to go to the next level, it can even go to the 485 area, the 485 to 490 area. So again, let's keep our fingers crossed and see what are the end results of the Fed meeting. And from there, we can look at as a trader, we don't trade what we think, but we trade what we see. So let's see what the market gives us, and we will take that from there. This is what I wanted to share with you folks, and I'll catch you in the next one.